Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to today's Roots and Legacies webinar hosted by the Family Enterprise Center at Kennesaw State University. My name is Sarah Davis, and I'm delighted to have you all with us today. Here at the Family Enterprise Center at KSU, we are dedicated to supporting and empowering the family business ecosystem through education, research, and community engagement. Our mission is to provide family business leaders with the tools and knowledge they need to thrive and make a lasting impact on our community. We offer a range of programs and resources, including panel discussions, workshops, webinars, peer groups, and immersive courses, all designed to foster growth, innovation, and collaboration within the family business ecosystem. It is my pleasure to introduce our speaker for today's webinar, Jennell Taylor. Jennell is an economic development specialist with the Small Business Administration, where he helps to integrate business development strategies in both the public and private sectors. Today's webinar will focus on leveraging resource partners, where Jennell will share strategies to access valuable resources, optimize your business plan, and overcome common entrepreneurial challenges. Please feel free to submit your questions in the chat throughout the presentation, and we will address them during the Q&A segment at the end. Thank you again for joining us today. Let's dive right in. Please welcome Jennell Taylor.
Excellent introduction, Sarah. I love it. I appreciate that. Everyone, my name is Jennell Taylor, and I am one of the economic development specialists here. As mentioned, this is I on a good day. One of my glamour shots. Mom will be proud. One of the things I always like to start with is the SBA's mission statement. And the reason why I put this up, it really helps you put in perspective the services of the SBA and what we focus on here as an official arm of federal government. And as you see, to maintain and strengthen the U.S. economy, by helping new and existing businesses grow and create jobs. If you break that down, the part about building up the U.S. economy speaks to the reason why we only work with for-profit entities at the SBA. So all of our products and services are going to be for for-profit entities. When it says helping new, obviously that's new or early stage businesses, because there are certain things that we offer that's catered to that audience. And then the one that really gets lost is the existing small businesses. Many of the small businesses across the United States believe that the SBA is just for that new or early stage. And that is the furthest from the truth, because the services that we offer are so vast, and they're really geared towards helping the existing business owner, because that's who can take advantage of the contracting certifications. That's who can qualify much easier for financing, purchasing or expanding on a business. We have a lot of different tools that can help companies do that. And that's the piece about growing, because that's a really key indicator of our mission. And most people don't look at the SBA as a job creation function of government. And that's really, at the end of the day, that is a byproduct of all of the business support and growth that we sponsor throughout the United States. So the SBA, what we do goes into 4 buckets: access to capital, access to counseling, and that's the piece we're going to talk about today. Contracting, when the SBA talks about contracting, we're talking about specifically federal contracting only. That's the only level of government contracting assistance that's offered through the SBA. Because as you know, government contracting starts at the city, then the county, then the state, and then the federal government, which is the pro level of contracting. So all of our programs that we offer, they only affect federal contracting. And then last but not least, disaster assistance. Now, given that there is only one SBA district office in Georgia, we're located downtown Atlanta in the Peachtree Center, and we have to cover all 159 counties with a staff of 13. So, and that includes the district director. So not everyone is actually on the road again day in and day out. which we are active, but we do have to find partners that help us fulfill that mission that I just outlined. And this slide really speaks to that because this is the slide that lets you know how to find the resources that are close to you. And there's over 1,400 across the United States. And I'm going to talk about the key ones in our area as we go through this slide presentation. But where you can go, if you ever get lost or have doubt, sba.gov/local-assistance. That's sba.gov/local-assistance. Now, once you get to that search engine, it's going to ask you what mile radius, 25, 50, or 100. You always want to do a larger range, in minimum 50 to 100. That way you can see what's in your area, because some businesses are located in rural areas, which the partners are not going to be extremely close to you. So you're going to have to expand that search to see where those services are. Just a little heads up. So here are some of our partners that I'm going to be talking about today specifically, and kind of give you a little nuance into what to expect when you reach out to them. Now, all of these partners that you see on the screen right now, the SBA has a funding stake in. That means that we offer either it's one of our programs or we offer some type of funding support to these various organizations to help us accomplish our mission. So at the end of the day, it's all about finding which is the right partner. Now, understand, you don't have to choose just one. You can actually contact all of them, and you could be working with all of them at the same time. There may be some overlap, but just like life, in order to have a good partnership or whatever, sometimes you just vibe better with certain people. And it's the same thing when it comes to your business counseling and coaching. And one of the reasons why we are engaged with the Family Enterprise Center at Kennesaw is because they have a certain niche themselves, and they're going to be offering certain assistance. But it's all about who can really help you address your needs and get over some of those hurdles at the end of the day. But SCORE is one of our longtime partners. There are 7 chapters of SCORE throughout the United States, throughout Georgia. 7 chapters in Georgia, but there's SCORE chapters in all 50 states. That's what I meant to say. Georgia is very aggressive in SCORE. They're top 3 every year, and they're not 3, so to speak. Very, very aggressive. And now they have what they call industry specialists that they really connect you with. So where you want to go to the score.org. And when you go to that site, you want to click on request a mentor. Now you click on request a mentor, that's going to prompt you to a screen where it's going to ask you your general information, your name, what type of industry that you're in, what you're looking to accomplish, and they're going to hit submit. And then they're going to get back with you with someone that connects with your mission or what you're trying to do. Now, one of the things that you want to do is you want to be prepared when SCORE calls you. So that means you're going to have to answer those random phone calls that you're going to receive that you don't know who that is on the other line, because they've advised us that, hey, we call people all the time back and they do not answer the phone because it's coming from a number that they don't recognize. So just be mindful when you do reach out to SCORE that you may be getting a call from a number that you don't recognize. But obviously, mentorship, online workshops, these guys are awesome. And I'm not just saying it because I have to. No, they are really good. I actually like a few of them. I'm just joking. But another one of our partners is the SBDC, the Small Business Development Centers. We have a contract with the University of Georgia. And the University of Georgia, each center, each college campus location has one of these centers inside of it. So all 13 UGA extensions throughout Georgia has a small business development center inside of it that is open to the public. Now, where you can go to find where's the closest office to you or center is Georgia, all spelled out, SBDC.org. Now, when you go to that site, you're going to click on contact. You're going to fill in the blanks with your name and contact information. Then it's going to let you know where the closest office is to your location. You're going to click on that, and then that's what's going to give you the contact information for that specific office so that you can reach out to them directly and schedule a one-on-one consultation with them. Now, the UGA SBDC network is actually outside of the University of Georgia. They've also subcontracted it out to Kennesaw State, Georgia State, Morehouse College has the newest location, Kennesaw State, Clayton State, all of those actually have a certified SBDC office inside of them. Now, for the women-owned business centers, there's a couple of women-owned business centers that we work with here in Georgia. This particular service provider is ACE. aceloans.org is the website. ACE actually manages 3 different things for the SBA. Not only are they one of our official women's business centers, they're also one of our micro lenders and one of our community advantage lenders, which means that they can lend between between 1,000 and 350,000. The difference between the loan programs, I'll give you this as a bonus. The micro loan program actually is between 1,000 and 50,000. The average loan is around 12 to 15,000 in the micro loan space. Now, once you get into that program, say you do well, you get a good launch, everything's going good, but you need more financing. Because you have a banking history with them, it's going to be a lot easier for you to graduate to the next loan pool, which is going to be the community advantage loan pool, which goes from 50,000 to 350,000, which is a huge step. And having that documented payment history, having certified financials, really going to go a long way with you. And the fact that you're working with the mentors at the SBDC or the counselors at the SBDC, that's going to work out in your favor when you're ready to expand to the next level. There's one in Norcross, but there's also another one in Savannah, FYI. And this is our newest women's business center, Greater Wealth Works. They've been around a little bit before. They went away, but now they're back. Sort of like Jason. Probably shouldn't make that analogy, but they're back, and they say they're back to stay. The one nuance about this particular group, now they don't manage loan programs like ACE, but they do offer the counseling and the mentoring piece. But as you see from this slide, it's only offered in particular counties. So it's not offered, their services are not offered blanketly across the state of Georgia, just FYI, which means also that they're going to have a more personal counseling touch to assistance because they're not as big as ACE and have as a large as of audience and as many things to do. These are strictly counselors that is going to have more time for the one-on-one business consultations that you can actually engage with. So, and as you can see, their home office is right there in Kennesaw. And as you see from the bottom, they've got their website, greaterwealthworks.org. For all our veterans out there, raise your hand. I'm a veteran myself. Thank you for your service. U.S. Air Force, aim high. That's all I got to say. But we're all in the same fraternity or sorority at the end of the day. You know, we all, gave the oath to protect, our country, right? So we're all in this together at the end of the day. We have an initiative called VBOC, the Veteran Business Outreach Center. and that is a SBA program or initiative. And we've contracted with the Vector Center that's located in Warner Robins. The Vector Center, if you go to GAVECTR.org, that's GAVECTR.org, is their site where you can learn more, because there's many different services that they offer to the veterans. I'm hugely impressed with them. I'm usually down there at least 3 times a year, minimum, to visit with these guys, but they do travel. They do have a program that's called Boots to Business, B2B, and it is a 2-day. They've got it down to 2 days now where they actually walk through all the components of a business plan and address the need for those particular components and let you know the resources that are available to help you fill in the blanks. Now, understand that these services that are offered by the VBOC are also offered to military spouses. They have a huge initiative push to try to get more military spouses to get it to start businesses. So all of these services are also available to the spouses as well. Now, this particular entity, it's been around for a while, and is housed at Georgia Tech. They're funded by the Department of Defense, and they are everything government contracting. So this particular entity can help you help you build your government contracting strategy. And that is something that you're going to need before you jump straight into government contracting, is a strategy. Because as I mentioned earlier, government contracting starts at the city, then the county, then the state, and then the federal government. Given that this beautiful country of ours is, everyone has an opinion, as we all know, and we vote, and we establish our own governments, our own municipalities. In doing so, that makes it a little difficult to follow the government contracting landscape. Because you look at it this way: out of 159 counties, how many cities are in the county? 3, 4, 5, in some cases. Each city has its own procurement or purchasing department. You, as a business owner, if you want to do business with that area, you have to go and register with that city and get on their register as a vendor and get on their mailing list so that you can get notified of the bids when they come out. And that's something that you have to do. There's not a one place that you can go and get registered and it's going to go to all of the cities that's in that area, because everyone has their own government and everyone wants to protect their own dollars, basically, their own municipalities. So that makes it a little difficult and not so easy, but it just requires some work. And it's just understanding what this strategy is. And that's how you start your strategy. And that's how you really learn how to hunt and build up your government contracting resume. So out of those 159 counties, start with 2 or 3. Identify the cities that you want to do business with and apply to do business with the county itself. And you have to go in and introduce yourself to the county people, let them know that you want to sign up as a vendor. And now you get put on the mailing list where you can get access to the bidding information. That's how you build up the system. Now, once you get to the state level, the state makes it a little bit easier. The state actually, if you go to Team Georgia Marketplace, that's the one-stop shop for state contracts. So once you get registered on Team Georgia Marketplace, you can get notified of contracts that's in your industry. So that's a little bonus information that I gave you, but that's the type of information that the Apex Accelerator is going to help you with. And they have a class on how to obtain my first contract. Highly recommend that you watch that video or take that in-person class when they offer it. They have a system called the bid match system, where based on your NAICS codes, that 6-digit code that describes your particular product or service, and they can help you do the research to find out what's the current spending throughout the federal government, who's buying what you're selling, so that you know who your competition is. But you also can find out who you can possibly subcontract with, that you can reach out to them and say, hey, I'm so and so. Hey, I make the same things that you do, and I do it in this area. If you need any help, I'm here to help you. Those conversations go a long way. But this is the entity that can help you develop that government contracting strategy. And I just gave you guys some examples of what to expect when you reach out to them. Now, the SBA's Learning Center. This is one of our best kept secrets because many people don't know that it exists, first of all, but then they don't really know how to navigate it. But there is over 280 educational videos. There's a video for everything. There's a video about microloans, about certifications, it's about business planning, about specific marketing plans, social media building. You name it, there is a video support for it. And it's right here at that location, learn.sba.gov/dashboard. So it's going to walk you through all these phases: planning your business, launching your business, managing your business, now marketing your business to help it grow even more. And then last but not least, that SBA mentor protege. That is a situation, that's a government contracting program where you find a current government, someone who's doing federal work, and you can partner with them as long as they're a prime contractor. They have to be a prime contractor. And they would have to agree to bring you on as a mentor. And it's totally up to them. It's just like, you have to sell yourself. You have to show that you're bringing in value. There's a thing, called smart money and dumb money, right? Smart money is money that's invested in the business that actually, not only they invest more than the money, they actually bring some expertise to help you grow the business, versus dumb money is just sitting there just waiting to get paid, or money that's not being a lot of value and just hoping for a return. They're going to be looking at that. So when you contact these various entities, you want to show what your value proposition is at the end of the day. That's just an FYI. Okay, I'm going to give you guys an example of the SBA's website. So as you see here, these are the main, branches of the website. Okay, so say you're going to look for funding. You're going to click on funding programs. You're going to go to loans. You're going to go down here where it says find lenders. It's going to ask you some more information in regards to how this works. Hit the find lenders tool. Bam, it takes you right to that lender match feature. Now, lender match is the one-stop shop from micro lending all the way up to all of our SBA banks. It's not a credit check, it's just an inquiry. So you fill out this information. They're going to ask you basically questions: the name of the business, what industry you're going to, because this actually takes you to another screen. And you just hit continue, and it's going to ask you some more questions. Within 48 hours, you should get a response back from any lender that's interested in having a conversation with you in regards to your request. And that's a good thing if that happens. But if you do not hear anything back within 48 hours, that means your particular deal, how you have it written, is not bankable, so to speak. So let's go back to the funding programs, and let's just say microloans. So you click down on the microloans. So that'd be contact. Well, we can say, what is a microloan? Hold on just a second. Find a micro lender. And this is where, obviously, Georgia. And you see at the bottom there, all of the micro lenders that are in Georgia. We actually have 4. Let me hit filter. So these, and there's one that's actually, it's a newer one. They right on the line of Columbus and Alabama. So that's why they bear, and that's like the only area that they've been approved to provide assistance, is that area that crosses the line. But they're open to do business with anyone in regards to general, but in regards to the SBA microloan program, they're going to be limited to right around that area. But as you can see, now you have contact information that you can reach out directly to these micro lenders. We'll briefly talk about the Learning Center. As I mentioned, this is where you can find all of those courses those 280 courses. This is where they are located, in the Learning Center. And you can build your resume from doing all of these various classes or trainings. It actually tracks it for you. And it tracks it for these different buckets, because as you can see in the planning stage, there's 70 objectives. So 70 things that they're going to teach you just in the planning stage, 49 in the launch, 50 in the management, 52 in marketing, 25 in growing, and 37 in the mentor protege tutorial. It is huge. And as I said, it's one of the most underutilized services that we offer. But with that, I am going to stop sharing my screen and conclude the presentation portion, and then we're going to open this thing up for some Q&A.
The chat is being monitored, so if you have a question, please type it in there. But to kick things off, Jennell, we have a question. If you apply for one of the loans and don't hear back within the 48-hour period, what do you advise people take as their next step in the process?
The next step would actually be to build your plan and actually prepare for financing by reaching out to our friends at SCORE, the SBDC, the Women's Business Center, because you really want to do that before you apply for financing. You really want to be prepared, because SBA financing is not like financing a house or a car or applying for a credit card where you just give them your social security number and they say yes or no. It's not a system like that. It is a system that's going to be based off of a business decision. So they're going to be looking at your business plan. They're going to be looking at you as an individual, what expertise you're bringing to the business. Are you the right person? Do you have the management skills, the knowledge, and the expertise to launch the business? And then the credit score. Now, rule of thumb, the more that you ask for, the higher they're going to want your personal score to be. But as a minimum, you're looking at about a 620. That's for around the micro loan program. Now, understand, like I said, a business decision is made. Now, say you're at 610 or 615, but you have a strong business plan. You are strong in your expertise of the business. That way, they have enough leeway to still approve you because of the strength of how you're prepared, and they're believing you as a entrepreneur. That's where the business decision comes from. Just FYI.
Thank you. I'm not seeing any other questions in the chat. If you do have a question, please go ahead and post it. Otherwise, is there anything else you would like to share with our audience, Jennell?
Sure. Just some takeaways, and this is more on the motivational side. I know we had over 20 people sign up to participate on this, and it looks like we have around 7 or 10 is what I'm seeing now. Just know that you are here for a reason. The cream always rises to the top. There's a lot of people talk a big game, and they're not about that life or really about the world of entrepreneurship. So pat yourselves on the back for being here and following through on your commitment to actually advancing some of the things that you've been thinking about for a long time. So continue this journey. As you see, there's a lot of help out there, assisted to help you get to that next step. So best of luck to you, and we'll see you at the top.
Thank you, Jennell, and thank you for all of you all who joined us today. We hope that you found this presentation to be valuable and that you have gained some practical takeaways. We encourage you to stay connected with the Family Enterprise Center at KSU. For information on upcoming events and membership, you can visit our website at familyenterprisecenter.com or follow us on social media. If you have any additional questions or would like more information, please don't hesitate to reach out. We look forward to seeing you at our future events. And remember, strong roots are the foundation of lasting legacies.